9 News at 6 a.m. starts right now.
Thank you for waking up on your Wednesday morning with us here on 9 News at 6. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. Before we get to our top stories, did you see the light show last night? Check out this incredible time lapse sent to us by viewer Britt Morrow. The northern lights were plainly visible last night. They were incredible. Look at those reds and greens. You can clearly see the streaks of color dancing on your screen. We received tons of fantastic images from all of you at home, and we're going to be showing them off all morning.
Didn't even have to get that ticket to Alaska or Iceland to go see them. Just step outside your own backyard. Check out this angle we have from Ryan Proper up in Boulder. You can see that bright red glow over the mountains. Colorado is not the only state to get this treatment either. NOAA was predicting as many as 21 states would be able to get a glimpse of that. That includes this view in Kansas. Look at that brilliant color. This is near Valley Falls, and the building you can make out in the foreground there is St. Joseph, the Woodworker Shrine.
Oh. Gorgeous. Katie LaSalle is here with us now. Katie, if anyone missed it last night, they may have another shot at it tonight.
It is a very powerful geomagnetic storm, and yes, there will be a little more cloud coverage out and about this evening. We'll look ahead of that forecast, but still have the potential, especially as things really pick up in terms of that space storm that brought us this. But the main impact of it will be this afternoon. So we'll see. Some in northern Colorado could see more glimpses.
All right, looking at your fans in northern Colorado, that'll be fun. Katie, thank you. We're going to check back in with you in just a minute for that forecast. But first, we want to send things down to Douglas County, where the ongoing school board is taking big steps to leave a lasting impact on the district. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi is joining us live with the story this morning. Two big topics on the table, Lauren, were charter schools and then transgender students in sports.
How about it, Jordan? It was a big night for Dougco schools last night. So first, the transgender student-athlete conversation. That discussion didn't really go anywhere. Nothing happening with that anytime soon. The big guy, though, the big thing was that vote on charter schools. We can tell you this morning that proposal has failed. Now, that would have made a really big difference, especially for 6 charter schools up for renewal in the next 5 years. The last-minute agenda item would have extended charter school agreements by 10 years. Right now, it's every 5 years in Dougco. Under the proposed change, schools up for renewal would automatically get 10 more years without submitting paperwork or undergoing review. But the proposal failed last night, like we said, after one member of the conservative majority voted no. That was Tim Moore. Yesterday's meeting was the last one for 4 conservative Douglas County School Board members voted out in last week's election. The 4-3 conservative majority will become a 7-0 moderate board in just a couple weeks. Moderates on the board said it was obvious the majority was trying to push this change through.
No, we weren't behind the scenes trying to throw something up there for our last hurrah before we walked out the doors. That's false. No, that's false, Ms. Gooden. That's false.
Coming up in the next hour on 9 News Mornings and streaming on 9 News Plus, the outgoing school board director is going to weigh in on the incoming board. Live in Dougco, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
Lauren, thank you. A middle school teacher in Douglas County Schools is accused of sexual assault. The principal of Ranchview Middle School in Highlands Ranch sent out a note to families yesterday. She says deputies arrested Teresa Whalen. Whalen is an integrated wellness teacher. The principal says Whalen has worked for the district for over 4 years and is now on administrative leave. She says Whalen faces charges including sexual assault, online exploitation, and stalking.
All right, shifting gears now as we head over to that weather forecast. This is a live look over downtown Denver right now. A beautiful sunrise, but as you see what Katie was talking about right there, a lot of cloud coverage to start your day.
Katie, that's going to make for a gorgeous sunrise, though.
It absolutely will. Just one more picture from Patty. Let's take a look. It was so incredible to see this here across portions of the state. Yesterday, the Aurora Borealis making an impact here across the state. Today, yes, a little more cloud coverage here over the metro area. You head over northeastern Colorado and further out to the east near Burlington on I-70. You will find mostly clear skies, but in downtown Denver currently, a little more cloud coverage hanging with us. Temperatures are a touch cooler than this time yesterday, and we aren't going to be seeing nearly as windy of conditions today. So talking about the weather here on Earth and here across the state, it's cool this morning in the mountains. We dropped down to the 20s for our northern and central high country towns. Out to Lyman, you will find some below freezing temperatures. For the Denver area, kids heading off to school this morning, temperatures will be in the low 40s at the bus stop. Later on today, daytime highs will be back to the mid and upper 60s. Partly sunny skies, relatively calm winds. Overall, a very mild Wednesday ahead. You can see last recorded wind gust here out to Aurora, just at 3 miles per hour. Some gustier conditions up over our northern Front Range mountains. High 60s to near 70s for today, even warmer for tomorrow. We do have some changes on the way, though, as we brace for more mountain moisture. It will be very helpful for the weekend. This is the lowest snowpack we've seen since 2017 here across Colorado. But yes, Erica, we are looking at a little wet weather set to roll into the state for the weekend.
Katie, thank you so much. Sky9 just got up and flying, and they are over a crash this morning impacting 84th Avenue right at I-25. So if you are getting ready here at 6:04 to head out the door in the Thornton area, please be aware that there are some pretty big impacts. Not a full closure, and you're still able to get onto the interstate, which is really, really good news because this is a main thoroughfare. But I'm getting a first look at this with all of you right now. So let's kind of get our bearings here. We've got vehicle with their flashers, police, fire crews, more fire crews and emergency crews over here as well. Again, this is at 84th right at I-25. No full closure of the intersection here, but definitely tough because it looks like folks are needing to go around, turn around, and then try to get onto the interstate this morning. Right now, it's tough to make out how many vehicles are involved in the crash, as again, I'm looking at this with all of you right now, but we're gonna, of course, make some calls and work to get a little bit more information. Let's go ahead and show you what we're seeing on CDOT. Clear at Highway 36 and Sheridan, and then I-25 in the North Washington area getting a little bit busier, but no crashes. Quickly taking you over to our map. So this is where the crash is. It's not actually on I-25, it's 84th at I-25. So I-25 travel really not being impacted through that stretch. We're still seeing the green light. And then as far as the rest of the metro goes, it's really not a bad lookout here. Denver to Boulder Drive under 20 minutes on westbound Highway 36.
All right, Erica, thank you. Right now, Denver police is investigating a deadly hit and run in the southwestern part of the city. Police say this happened at South Irving Street and West Evans Avenue just after 6:15 last night. That's where officers found a person dead on scene. Roads were closed in the area while police investigated. They have since reopened, and as of right now, police have not released any information on the car involved. We are learning more about what led up to a plane crash landing on a road in Castle Rock as well. The single-engine plane landed on Prairie Hawk Drive near Wolfensberger Road Monday night. That is just west of I-25. The plane was coming from Colorado Springs, we have learned. It had some sort of engine trouble, and the wing clipped a car as the pilot made the emergency landing. No one on the plane or the ground was hurt.
At the end of the day, I mean, someone was looking out for this family and the family in that car too, because it really crushed in the back of that vehicle. So they're lucky that that piece of that wing didn't go through that windshield.
The NTSB is not investigating, likely because it was a minor crash. Usually the FAA will post a preliminary report about a situation like this, but we have noticed that there has not been any of this type of reporting on these plane crashes since the day after the government shutdown began. It is now 6:07, taking a live look at our nation's capital, where today the House is set to vote on a bill to end the 43-day government shutdown. The legislation, which has already cleared the Senate, would fund the government through the end of January. If it passes, President Trump could sign it tonight, officially reopening the government. But questions still remain about how quickly air travel and food assistance programs can return to normal. Democrats are blaming Republicans for delays, while Republicans accuse Democrats of holding the country hostage. Democrats plan to vote against the deal, saying that it does not address rising health care costs. At airports nationwide, travelers are feeling the impact of staffing shortages there. The transportation secretary warns that things could worsen if the shutdown continues further.
600,000 Coloradans who receive SNAP food assistance remain in legal limbo this morning. The U.S. Supreme Court extended an order allowing the Trump administration to only send out partial payments. The decision means that until the shutdown ends, SNAP will only be 65% funded. Reopening the government will restart the program, but it is not clear how quickly full payments will be put out. Over the weekend, there was a brief period when a court allowed full payments to be sent out. Only about 32,000 Coloradans received their full benefits.